Continuing with the brake gear, I have cracked on and made the brake shaft. I haven't videoed any detail, but it is quite simple. Basically a bit of 8mm bar turned to length, and then 4 arms which have been cut, milled and filed to shape have been soldered onto the bar. Getting the 4 arms lined up was a bit of a challenge, but I made a bit of a jig to do that, and I'm quite comfortable that they're all good. The brake shaft trunnions are also an exercise in turning, cutting, filing and soldering. However, when I came to fit the shaft to the frames, I found it didn't fit. The trunnions, as per the design, at 8mm across the faces here, just don't fit. So I reduced them to 6mm using an end mill in the milling machine, and then clean them up. With the trunnions modified, I can fit the shaft to the frames. For the brake beams, Don's drawings appear to me to be contradictory. In the detail he lists brake beam 2 of and also rear beam 2 of, so therefore 4 brake beams. But when I look at the general arrangement diagram, I can only see a need for 3. It is of course entirely possible that I have misinterpreted the drawings, but for now I'll just make 3 and to the design of the brake beam rather than the rear beam. To make the beams I need some 516 by 716 mild steel bar, which equates to 8 by 11mm in my way of working. I struggled to find anywhere that would sell stock that size, but I did eventually manage to find someone that was selling 516 by ½ inch, so that's what I use. After cutting a piece slightly over length, I move into the lathe using the 4-jaw chuck. I need to turn a shoulder 12.8mm long to a 4mm diameter, so I leave enough sticking out for that, and then using a dial gauge I get the stock centered in the 4-jaw. I'm not looking for absolute accuracy here, plus or minus 0.05mm is more than enough. Once centered, I faced off the end and turned down the shoulder, and then turned the workpiece around, faced it off to length and cut the shoulder on the other end. Having gone with the oversized bar, I did do a trial fit, but it didn't look too good. It certainly looked a bit chunky. So I reduced that long side from 12.5mm to 11mm by taking equal cuts on either side using an end mill. To finish off the beams, I need to drill a 1.2mm diameter hole, 1.6mm from each end. And I also need to drill the holes in the main body for the brake pull rods. I'm not quite sure yet how I'm going to make the pull rods. Don's design doesn't look like something that's going to be easy to make, so I'm going to give that some more thought, and for now I just drill the holes out to 4mm diameter. Working on these brake parts has been a nice filler, but as I now have a box of castings under my bench, I think it would be good to make a start on the cylinders. So I'll park the rest of the brake parts for now, and we'll come back to those in the future. And in the meantime, and as always, I'll say thanks for watching.